or overseas, perhaps it's a little late and maybe you're asleep already, but I felt like doing a live video for this was probably the best thing to do. There was no need to make a really complicated edited video, so here we are. I just rode my bike over here and I want to share with you a big update, something that's really going to help me out. I still have a car here in Hiroshima, which is where I'm at right now. So you can see, obviously, I'm not at my old house, but this is the reason I'm here. You can see this is my new old van. It is a Nissan Serena. It's in pretty good condition. The mileage is not very high, and it is quite large. It has enough room to hold 8 people if I need to do that, but the main benefit of having this, I mean, it's good on gas mileage, but it gives me a lot of room. I can use it for several things. If I need to sleep in there, I can. I can haul stuff. I can carry things away, like I can haul junk away. I can bring materials to the house. Um, I can take out the seats in the back. So like I said, I could put a bed in there and sleep if I needed to. So if I'm doing a lot of work in the house, I don't have to worry about having a place to sleep or take a nap or whatever. And this eliminates the need for me to take the bus and especially walk, which is something that I'm just not up to doing a lot of right now. So let's take a quick look at it. I'll show you around a little bit. Cool. Okay, now that I can actually see what I'm filming here, um, this is this right here. Actually, it looks like somebody. You see how it's angled? It wasn't like that when I got it last night. It looks like somebody's already dented it just from it sitting here overnight. That's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, let's just take a look at it. You can see it's got two sliding side doors on both sides. And then it's got the nice big flip up door in the back. I'm going to go around to the driver's side and unlock it. This one does not have a camera in the back for backing up, but it does have this large mirror that I can use to see the ground and where I'm backing. Right now I've got it at a coin parking spot because I have no parking spot in the city for it. I just have the parking spot at my house. Okay. Okay, that's the unlock. All right, and here we go. This is the interior. I'm not gonna be real detailed with the video because I don't want this to be like a complete tour breakdown of my car or van or whatever. But I did want you to see what I got. Okay, I guess I'll have to fix that. It doesn't seem to want to stay. But anyway. The legroom is not bad. I am about 6 feet 2 inches tall, and I've got the seat all the way back. It's not bad, but could be a little more for me. I think on a really long trip, it would start to be a little more uncomfortable for stretching out. But the good thing is that there's a lot of space around the seats, so I can move my legs around and get comfortable. The cool thing is, and I didn't know this before, it actually has the ETC reader here. And you just put a card in there. That way, when you're driving like on the interstates and there are tollways, you can just cruise right on through, and it's cheaper. This gives you a discount, like on weekends and when you're normally driving. Haven't quite figured out how to properly operate the sound system, but it seems like it's got. Yeah, hey man. Yeah, that's right. I got it finally. I had to go to Iwakuni, and where I live right now, this is actually in Kaita, and Kaita is in East Hiroshima, and so Iwakuni is in West. It's not in West Hiroshima; it's west of the city. So it was quite a trip over there. It took me over an hour to get there by train, about an hour and a half. And then it took about the same time to drive back. And that was quite interesting because it was late at night and I'm not familiar with the road, so I made a few wrong turns. But I did finally get here and it's all good. But anyway, You can see there's a lot of room up here in the front, and hopefully I can figure out how to use this, because I believe that there is actually a CD player, and I think they left some CDs in here. It was playing some CD tracks, and they were Japanese, so very, very interesting. Let's take a look in the back right quick. Open this up. Right now, the middle row is pulled all the way up, and you can see, looks like they took the time to vacuum the carpet out, so that's nice, and vacuum the seats, so it's nice and clean. The smell is nice too. It seems like they use some kind of um, what do you call it, a deodorizer or something, to make it smell nicer, and so it's pretty nice. But anyway, these seats can pop out, and those seats can pop out, so there's a lot of space here in the back. Let's go around here. I think I have to... Is this already unlocked? Yes, it is. Okay. Whoa. I have to back up a lot. That's a drop. It's a very thin drop right there. That'd be hard to get out of. Okay. Yep, and this is the back. The very back seat. It's got a handle on it here, and you can adjust it, move it back or forward. And actually, there's enough space in here for me to put my bike. My bike's right over there. I could actually put this in here and take it with me. So if I wanted, I could transport it out to my house in the countryside. That would not be difficult at all. But it looks pretty good. Overall, it's in pretty good shape. I think this will be comfortable. The ride is quiet. It's not loud at all. It seems to have decent torque and power. I didn't have any troubles at all driving it home last night. It didn't pull. Oh, I think, can I turn the camera around? Oh yeah, I can. Okay, I didn't know that I could do that live, but that's cool. Basically, when I was driving it last night, I was looking for a couple of things, like whenever you brake, does it pull? Does the steering wheel pull, or do the tires shake? Is there any road noise? Just, all these types of things, because I didn't have a chance to do all of that before I bought it, which sounds kind of crazy, but I was heavily relying on the people that I dealt with whenever I was buying it. Not just the seller, but also the middleman. It just so happens that the guy who helped me buy, his name is Jim. Jim told me that he has actually been the middleman for this van before. So the guy that bought this, or I'm sorry, the guy that sold this to me, when he bought it through Jim. And then he and his family used it. He has a large family, I think, like 3 kids, and they used it for trips and things like that. And then when he was ready to sell it and they wanted to change to another vehicle or leave Japan, I can't remember which one it is, they wanted to sell it, he went through Jim again. But Jim didn't know that it was the same vehicle until he saw it. He said, "Hey, wait a second, I've sold this before." So that was pretty cool. And but anyway, I've looked at all of the main stuff. The tires seem to have good tread left on them. They're in good condition. The paint on the outside, it's a little bit dirty, so until I clean it off, I can't really tell exactly if there's some fading or if it's just the kind of dull. It looks like some of it's a little dull because it's dirty. And there are a few scuffs. I already knew about a couple of like this little scuff here. There's a very, very small dent and a little scuff. I already knew about that. And there's another one somewhere, but yeah, there's small one right there. But there are no large or major dents anywhere. Yeah, and some scuffs right here. Whoops, sorry about that. Some scuffs right here on the driver's door. But if you look at it overall, it looks pretty nice. It's in pretty good condition. There's no roof rack, but I kind of feel like for me it's unnecessary. Anyway, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just happy to share it. I haven't had my own vehicle since I left the US. I had an electric motorcycle while I was in China, but while I was in China, I wasn't able to get a car. I wasn't even able to get a license because in China they have some heavy restrictions. My visa in China was um, I only had two different visas while I was there. I was there for like 7 years, and I had two different visas. My first visa was, standard work visa, which I had again later on, but I also had a business visa. The business visa was good for like 5 years, but it only had a 3 month stay. And they told me, oh, the duration of stay isn't long enough. You can't get a Chinese driver's license. And then I got the worker's visa, and they said, oh, you still can't have a driver's license because it's only for 1 year, and it's not, the duration isn't long enough. So it just so happens that most all of the visas that you can get in China aren't long enough for you to be able to get a driver's license. It's really ridiculous, but it seems to be set up to be, as a lot of the other policies are, anti-foreign, which I don't care for. Just one of the reasons why I'm not there anymore. But anyway, here in Japan, there's no such restriction. I was able to get my driver's license earlier this year. Yeah, I took the driver's test just 2 times. It's kind of ridiculous that I have to take any tests at all because I've been driving for a really, really long time. I've had my license since I was 15 years old. There's the train. But they don't care about any of that here. They just care about where you're from. And so even though I had my driver's license and my motorcycle license, they didn't they didn't care. They told me I still had to take the written and driver's test. But anyway, I finally got that taken care of, and this cost about the vehicle itself. Just the vehicle was $1,000, just to buy the vehicle. And if you're wondering how much that is in yen, it's about 145,000 yen. That's how much I had to pay. And then another $100 or so, $120 maybe, for the registration stuff. So another 16,000 yen. Plus, I had to get insurance, and I decided to do the low monthly payments instead of paying like $500 or $400 or $500 at one time for the whole year. I decided to just pay it out in installments so I can not have to spend so much money at one time. I didn't know you could do that until I went to the website, and then I decided to do that. So I only had to pay like $35 or something, maybe $30 a month for my insurance. The insurance here is much cheaper than it is in the US, thankfully. But the next big thing is to figure out what to do about parking in the city, because I might be moving and moving out of my apartment. And if I do that, then I need to decide what I'm going to do with my van while I'm in the city. Because parking here is not cost effective. It's very expensive. If I leave it here for 24 hours in this coin parking lot, you can see there are only a couple of cars here. It costs like 1,400 yen. So about $10 to leave it here for 24 hours. That's not cheap. But if I get my own private parking space near my apartment, it's not too close because most of the spaces are taken up. But the cheapest parking place that I can get that's within reasonable distance of my apartment is actually about $40 a month. And you have to pay a security deposit, and then it's a 1 year contract. So if I break that contract, I have to pay like maybe a 1 month extra to get out of it. So I'm thinking about what to do. I think what I'll wind up doing is getting a parking place that's not too far from the train station. And that way, if I ever need to use it in the future, like if I come to town, I can just park there. If I decide to keep it whenever I come to town and I don't need to drive around, I could just park the van there and then use the train. But I'll think about it. there are more details coming. Maybe when I give those details later on, you guys can offer me your own opinion, your own suggestion about what you think I can or should do. But anyway, this video is too long. I'm sorry I've been rambling on for like 15 and a half minutes. I think that when I check the statistics on this video later on, it's going to say that everybody watched for like on average 1.5 minutes, and I'll see some comments saying congratulations. But if you watch this whole video, God bless you. You're such a trooper to listen to all of my rambling. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say about it. I just wanted to share it with you. It's a small but monumental occasion for me. And maybe I will go ahead and plan a road trip video the first time I drive out to the villa, which could be this weekend. We will see. I can make a video and take you with me. We can do a ride along or something like that. If that sounds cool, then let me know. That's all for now. I love you guys and gals, and I hope to see you hopefully this weekend. As long as I'm feeling all right, I will drive out to the villa maybe Saturday, and just to get out, see how it goes, and park in my own personal parking space that doesn't cost any money. Maybe I'll take some blankets and spend the night. Who knows? We'll see. Depends on how I feel. But anyway, that's all for now, and I will see you later. Bye bye. Johnny.